What's up, Clay Abernathy here with your Ideal Minute. Today we are meeting with Brad Kublin with Canyon Roofing. This dude's a stud. He actually offices in me. I watch what he's doing. He's tearing it up. They are phenomenal roofers. They've done some of my roofs for me, and very excited to meet with him. Today it was a complete tear-off with a new hot mop, and actually excited to learn a little bit about what goes on during the hot mop process. What's up, Brad? Hey, thanks for taking the time.
Absolutely.
We're actually here with Brad with Canyon Roofing, owner of Canyon Roofing. Brad, tell us a little bit about what we got going on behind us here.
So right now we're doing a brand new hot mop roofing system over on the east side, and we're going to tear off this entire roof, and then we're going to check for the plywood, make sure it's all good, and then just put it back together again.
So a little bit about what has happened over the last probably year. Become a little bit more expensive to change out plywood on roofs?
Oh, it's absolutely, it's through the roof, as they say in our industry, but the prices just keep going up and up.
A lot of people think that now you're making more money. You're actually probably making less money on those roofs and same amount of work. So right now on this roof, what exactly in the process are we at now? They got the full tear off done yet?
Yeah, we've already completed the tear off. We're melting the tar right now. And we're going to be putting down the first layer of base and then the ply today, and then tomorrow we'll come back and do the coating on this one.
Awesome. Come show us what this is about.
Let's do it.
So it looks like we actually got quite a few things going on right here. So walk me through the different stages that are going on right now.
You can see that stage over there, the plywood is not the condition we want, so we're going to have to replace all that plywood over there. And then we did mostly this side of the roof yesterday as we try to keep these houses waterproof right now with the monsoons. So this side is 100% waterproof. This is the side that we're working on now.
After they lay the paper down, then what happens?
So you're going to lay the paper down, and then you're going to lay two more additional layers of paper on top of that, so it's a 3-ply system, and that's when we come in and we do the coating after.
Okay, and what do you coat it with? We
use Tucson Rubberized 7000, which I found has been the best product in town. It lasts the longest for us.
Now, how do you do on this paper? Do you stick it down? Do you nail it down, or do you just lay it down and then?
All of our paper is applied with tar, so we sprinkle down a layer of tar, and then we put the first layer down. And then the next two layers get a really thick spreading of the tar on top of it.
And what about skylights? Do you often have to come out and change out skylights when you get in there?
Yeah, especially here in Arizona, these things are very brittle. They're usually cracked and broken when we come. Typically, you see the owner's been sealing it themselves for years and years and years, so generally those do need to get replaced.
What's one of the places that you normally have to fix that homeowners don't think that they're going to have to fix?
I think that's plywood. You just can't tell the condition of this plywood until you rip it off. It's just very unfortunate that you can't see it before you start. So you come and you tear it off, and sometimes there's 0, sometimes there's 1, and sometimes there's 50 or 60 that need to be replaced.
And there is no real way to know on this. You can oftentimes feel that it's a little squishy under your feet, but sometimes you pull that off and that's fine.
Yeah, and sometimes the squishiness is just because you're standing between rafters and it's bouncing a little bit. It's 100% impossible to tell what the condition of your roof is going to be until you take it off.
And what is it that you guys try to do to minimize that? You try to see that before you bid it, but there's some things that you just can't see.
Yeah, some you can't. Usually patios and the eaves, we like to walk underneath and look up, see if it's visible from the bottom. And like you said, you do walk around and try to find those really soft spots. If it's around a swamp cooler or a source of water, typically it's going to be rotted plywood. Other than that, you just kind of use your experience from doing it so much to determine the quality.
And oftentimes what you'll do is you'll bid that a couple pieces of plywood in there, knowing that it's going to be a problem. But sometimes the problem isn't there, and the customer gets a little bit of money back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about the machine and the hot mop that is behind us.
Yeah, that machine's actually fascinating. So right now it's melting all the tar that we're going to be spreading on the roof. You can see that it then gets pumped up through those tubes right there into that bucket and then spread. This thing is fascinating because of the danger behind it. It's just the temperature, which I don't know is excruciatingly hot. You get one drop on you and it's an instant 3rd-degree burn. So it's so critical to be super careful working with this thing.
So where do you buy the tar, and what does the tar look like before you put it in the machine?
They actually come in something that looks like giant rolls of like a Tootsie Roll. And usually we just cut those in half and just keep feeding it into the machine. And we buy those at a local distributor here in town.
Awesome. So you do, of course, hot mops and re-roofs, but you also do shingles. Do you guys do metal roofs too, or?
The only thing that we haven't got into Tucson yet is full metal replacements. So we do shingles, we do hot mop. You know, we do absolutely everything there is except for the metal.
Perfect. We don't see as many metal roofs as we in other states, but
Right.
we do see them every once in a while. But this is going to be probably a majority of what it is that you guys do, and then the shingle roofs.
Yeah, it's 50-50 this and shingle. Well, probably not 50-50 because we do have tile replacements too. But those 3 are the major components in the area.
So with the monsoons coming up, there's of course problems. People don't oftentimes know what that their roof has a problem until the monsoons, and that's also, of course, the busiest time for roofers and the hardest to get people out.
Yeah.
What's something that a homeowner can do that when they have a roof leak to stop it from leaking until they're able to get you out there to fix it?
You know, there are materials that they can buy, you know, just at Home Depot or some of the roofing supply stores that you can come up and spread by yourself to slow it down. You know, and you can always just go with the old-fashioned tarp, and that's usually my recommendation. But it is dangerous up here. If it's a typical homeowner, probably won't want to come up the ladder and do this. So it's best just to have us come check it out as soon as possible.
Okay. And now you guys give free estimates still?
Yeah, 100% free, no obligation estimates. And all my guys work off of no commission, so they're just out here giving the best that they possibly can.
It's awesome. And about how long does it take to get you guys out to get an estimate on a roof?
We'll come out and give you an estimate within 1 to 3 days.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we just filled up the bucket with the hot tar, just pumped it up from the machine, and just getting the consistency ready to start spreading this on the roof.
Now, what happens if you get it on too thick?
You'll scrape it off if you get it on too thick. But it dries almost instantly.
Yeah.
The second it touches the roof, the stuff is dry already.
All right, so as you know, Brad, of all the things that we do at Ideal, we know you're a big fan of ours, because we're a big fan of yours. Tell us some of the things that we can do to help serve the construction industry and the roofing industry for you.
It's almost impossible to find good qualified workers right now that are willing to come out, put in the effort. Anything that we can get to get the training for these people to, you know, give them some unemployment that's full-time. This is a very high-paying job, so, you know, instead of just going into the world of call centers or whatever you may do, it's just such a good opportunity to provide for your family up here.
Well, and it's fun too. This is actually exciting. There's no 2 roofs that are the same. You got different things that go on. Is it hard work? Yeah, but you feel good at the end of the day. They're able to get these things done pretty quickly. So you get to one thing, you get to another thing. So it's high-paced and very exciting. I think it's impressive what you guys are doing out here.
Thank you.
Love seeing it, and you know, awesome job.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today for your Ideal Minute. I'm Clay Abernathy with Brad Kublin for Canyon Roofing, for more than you can imagine. We appreciate you taking the time.
You got it. Thanks for having me.